Yeah, I just follow up on what Khalid said. You know, it's blatant hypocrisy and double standard. You know, we've been demonstrating here against the VC liquor stores for carrying illegal Israeli settlements in there, and it's a provincial, you know, responsibility for these VC liquor stores. They own it. They own these BC liquor stores, and they carry. Although you know the NDP government is in charge now in BC. Hopefully not for too long. The NDP has a resolution against you know products from occupied territory, and still the BC government carries the BC the Israeli liquor wine in the BC liquor stores. You know, we've been campaigning for 17 years, even before the NDP government, to take them off the shelf because it's illegal. It's against for Geneva Convention, against all laws, you know. But, you know, they won't. They still are on the BC shelves in their BC liquor stores. When Russia entered Ukraine, you know, 2 days after, the BC government took down all the Russian liquor, including the vodka.
Oh.
You know, in 2 days, you know, before they told us, oh, it's a consumer choice, we can't intervene. It's a consumer choice when it comes to Israeli products, but it's not a consumer choice when it comes, the same AB, the premier of BC, told us that it is consumer choice. He's still in power till now, while you know, it shows the hypocrisy. Again, it shows the hypocrisy, you know, I mean, they use the also language to intimidate us, and we shouldn't shy away from language. I agree with Lubna when you say we have the right to armed struggle. We do. We say it publicly. We don't shy away from offending, you know, sensitive Canadian or liberal Zionist or anybody else. We say we support it. The same what happened just last week. I just give me a minute or two to explain. What happened last week in our demonstration last Saturday, someone from the organizer came out after, you know, explaining the role of Canada and the US and Israel in the genocide. The young people get motivated. I won't say the same thing. I say it in different way, because I said they go to the dustbin of history. They're gonna you know, go to hell, you know. But you know, these young demonstrators, they were so enthused, they burned the Canadian flag, and they said, death to Israel, death to the US, death to Canada. It made the House of Commons, you know, how dare they say death to Canada? We are saying death to the Canadian settler colonialist system. When they say death to Canada, that's what they mean. They are part of the Canadian people. They are part, the indigenous people is part of it. So as I said, I won't use the same words, but they used it, and it's correct to use it. And we should support them for using it, not to get, you know, so liberal and intimidated by the House of Commons, because it said the House of Commons and the media campaign was it was, you know, intimidating to everyone, including professors and everybody, and restaurants. They try to disassociate from saying that. I say it here on this webinar: death to Canada as a settler colonialist state. I won't say it publicly. I won't use the same term, but I would say it because that, you know, just to give you some background about this House of Commons, which is really, you know, it's, I can't find the word to describe it, but not pleasant words. But I just remind you that the Canadian House of Commons on November 12th, 1975, unanimously condemned the November 10th, 1975 UN Assembly resolution that determined that, quote, Zionism is a form of racism. They unanimously condemned that. And some years later, the horrific massacre of Palestinian civilians at Sabra and Shatila refugee camp in Beirut in September 1982 could not elicit the same unanimous expression of support from the House of Commons. Imagine, see, you know, look at the double standard and hypocrisy of this House of Commons and the so-called representative of the Canadian people there. So, you know, don't shy away or get intimidated by these MPs. They are really a rag of trash. That's what they are.